From Transformers Earthspark, we have the Deluxe class Bumblebee and the Flip Changer Swindle. I more or less have just run out of Deluxes, so we're going to pair this one up with a one-step changer, and hey, there's kind of a connection here, right? They're both G1 characters. Look at the box here, you can see we have Bumblebee here on the front, we just have the toy line art here, we have the actual route mode and the vehicle mode here on the back. You can see we have the Build-A-Figure piece for Dr. Mandroid, and there's Dr. Mandroid, Bumblebee right there. As for Swindle, no Swindle there, but Swindle's here, and then that just says plastic free. So yay, box is done, let's open them up. Color me impressed, Swindle is a decent one-step changer, and as for this Bumblebee, we get a lot of Bumblebees. That's the joke, right? Every year, we get dozens and dozens of new Bumblebees. That might be one of the best Bumblebees I've seen in a long while, especially when it comes to Deluxe class Bumblebees. We're going to look at Swindle first because it's going to be nice and easy, it'll take like a minute, and then we're just going to talk about him for a little bit. Swindle looks alright, he doesn't look like his show model all that much. Here's what I wasn't calling, he's an extensive remold of the one-step changer Optimus Prime. It's all the same stuff, the actual transformation, where we put the limbs, everything. But he does wear this better than Optimus, mostly because Swindle is, well, you know, not as gappy as the Optimus was. As you can see, it looks decent enough. I do wish there was more black paint as opposed to the gray, but it's fine. You hit this switch on his knee, boop, and boom. We have Swindle's vehicle mode. This really does invoke the G1 vehicle mode. I think it's pretty solid looking. Out of the two modes, this one's probably my favorite one. There's even, like, you can see there's like a tow line here. You have some, like, vents here on the hood. Decent little vehicle mode. To get him back, we're just going to take his torso here and pull it up. Boop. It does have a hard time locking in on mine, but it does stay. Overall, decent one-step changer. As for Bumblebee, I do have a couple of complaints. One, there's like 3 different shades of yellow. You have like plastic yellow, paint yellow, and then a different type of plastic yellow for the head. That really annoys me. That said, I like the proportions here. I like the design here. I love the head sculpt. I think that's one of the best looking head sculpts we've ever had for Bumblebee. It looks a little bit more like Cliff Jumper than Bumblebee to my eye maybe, just in terms of silhouette, but it's still a very good head sculpt. I love how the kibble forms on the shoulders give him this kind of linebacker silhouette. Overall, I like how this figure was designed. In terms of the proportions, you have a ball joint at the head, you have a ball joint here at the shoulder, and then an upper arm swing. Then you have a ball joint down here on the elbow. The wrist can go up and down because of transformation. There's nothing in the waist, but you do have a universal at the hip. You have an upper leg cut. You have a deep single knee. You can cheat this kind of knee crunch if you want, but really you're supposed to seal it in behind the knee pad, keep that locked in. As well, you have a hinge down here in the ankle and an actual ball joint in the toe. So you can get Bumblebee into a handful of really solid poses. It's not the best articulation in the world, especially because it is just a touch stiff, but it works really well. And again, the thing I like about this Bumblebee isn't so much his articulation so much as it is just his general design. In terms of accessories, we only get one with Bumblebee, his Stinger weapon. And this is a unique Stinger. We've never seen a gun like this for Bumblebee before. It actually looks more like his vehicle mode, like shrunken down. I kind of like it though. I don't know if I'd want every Stinger ever to be designed like this now, but it is cool. We're going to put it here in his hand. Boop. It is a bit of a tight fit, but then once it's in there, it fits very well. Looks good. I like that. More so than any Bumblebee I've gotten in years, this figure is so fun to pose around. He has a great balance to him, so you're able to get good dynamic poses with very little effort. Alongside that, again, there might not be the most articulation points on here, but it was very smartly designed so that the points you have are used to their fullest potential. A very, very good Bumblebee. One that is, of course, meant for Earthspark, but really, this is an evergreen design. You could put this on a Cyberverse shelf, a Generation shelf. You could even put it potentially on, say, an animated shelf if you really want to just kind of divorce the idea of what that Bumblebee looked like. It is the type of design that could fit into any Transformers collection, really, and I think it works to some extent. Alright, I've gushed a lot about the robot mode. Let's check out the vehicle mode. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I really don't like Earthspark Bumblebee's vehicle mode. I don't like it in the show, I don't like it in the toys, it's just, I don't get what the vents are supposed to be. I know that there's cars that have stuff like that, but it's never been that extreme. It literally just looks like a whole other car ends right here. It's a shame because the front half of the car is so gorgeous. I really love this kind of like half Lamborghini, half Camaro look it has. And then you got the badunkadunk. The only thing is, as much as I'm not big on this vehicle mode, the transformation to get here was really, really good. You can see I'm still having some issues with the door here. I loved the transformation. It was intuitive, it was clever, it is one of the best Bumblebee transformations I've ever seen. Obviously, it doesn't give me a great vehicle mode, but keep in mind, a Transformers toy is 3 things: action figure, vehicle or animal, and puzzle. Vehicle mode's not doing much here, but action figure and puzzle are doing such a good job that I can kind of look past it. Alongside that, if you want, we still have the gun. The gun can go right here on the hood. It kind of looks like he has a nose now. Okay. We could also put it up here on the roof. Up. That looks okay. And then we could put it here, like on the back. Honestly, on the back, it probably looks the best. Yeah, that's weird. Only complaint I really have. Translucent plastic roof, and it already has a crack on it. It's on the transformation joint. Don't like clear plastic. I don't like clear plastic. The translucent plastic really is an issue for this Bumblebee. It feels cheaper than even the translucent plastic on the Generations figures, and as a result, I don't know if I can fully recommend this guy because it's a figure that will probably eventually break itself. That said, out of every Earthspark Deluxe I've messed with, and I've messed with almost all of them now, I have always said that Twitch was the best one. But now, I think it might be Bumblebee. Bumblebee is a simpler figure, he's a simpler concept, but all of his ideas work for the most part. Vehicle mode, still a bit bunk, but besides that, it's a really, really nice version of Bumblebee, one that I would wholeheartedly recommend to anyone who's looking for a good display Bumblebee, or might be building up a Bumblebee collection. As for Swindle, he has a lot of the issues of other Earthspark one-changers, but that doesn't stop the fact that it's a solid one-step changer from Earthspark. Yes, it looks better than Optimus. It's not quite as good as Twitch or Megatron or Soundwave or Wheeljack, so he's still basically bottom of the pile, but he's a decent little guy. Between the two, I would obviously recommend Bumblebee more, but they're both solid enough figures, and another great example at how good this LA design team are. With limited budget and seemingly little backing from Hasbro, they are making some of the best Transformers on the market, and they're doing it on a budget. For that, I'm always going to sing their praises just a little bit more.